guys, good evening. It's Angelo Christian. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, Real Estate Insider. Hope everyone's doing well. Sorry about that. I had to take care of some customers, duty calls. Got to take care of your customers first. So I appreciate everyone watching the show and the channel. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so everybody can see me. All right. I hope everyone's doing good tonight. Again, I appreciate everyone watching us, the show, the channel with Angelo Christian. So again, apologies for the delay. Got busy taking care of some customers and some business. So every Thursday we do our show, Talk with Angelo Live. It's a chance to kind of check in the pulse of America, what's going on in real estate. Man, the Federal Reserve is, crazy right now with interest rates. It's I don't know what to say. The year started off good with low rates, and now rates are going back up. And now they're going back down, and it's just this huge yo-yo with inflation, the economy, and all that stuff. So I don't know what to say. We're still busier than ever. There's a huge demand for loans, that's for sure. There's a massive demand for funding, so we're hopeful that it stays like that. So anyway, I hope that all of you guys are doing good tonight. I got some nice Eagle Rare, great bourbon, and this is a Cohiba Robusto that I'm going to be having tonight with this. So if any of you guys are cigar or whiskey smokers, drinkers, I'm a big whiskey guy, a big cigar guy, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the evening. And so So it's March 2023. The average interest rate right now for a 30-year fixed mortgage is 6.5%. Rates got down to as low as 5.25%, about 6 weeks ago. So rates are back up again, and home prices are down though pretty good. Home prices are down about 10 to 15%. So I think at some degree that's a good sign, because when we did the math and we studied it, we saw that with a reduction of home prices, if a price goes down by 10%, that would equate to have an offsetting payment of about a 1% higher interest rate. So basically, the lower home prices go, if interest rates do go up, there's still an equilibrium there. Now, obviously, if rates go too high, that wouldn't make sense. But if rates, stay around where they are, then it still can have the same offsetting payment. The thing is, what I am very surprised about is I don't see how the U.S. economy is going to be able to sustain, 8%, 9%, 10% rates for the people. I don't see that as a reality. I think it's a huge concern, because people aren't going to be able to afford the house. They're not going to be able to afford the payment. So I think it's a big problem. I get why the Federal Reserve has to do it, but I think it has to be short-lived, and they can't continue to sustain, because it's going to cause a lot of problems for the long term. And that's why we're seeing a lot of investors, what they're doing right now, and I had a podcast about this, why they're tapping into their home equity. They're doing HELOCs, lines of credit, before a recession hits, because if a recession does hit, it's going to be very difficult to get a line of credit or a HELOC, because banks aren't going to want to lend. You're seeing banks tighten up significantly on their funding. A lot of banks don't want to lend. Thankfully, we're not in that camp where we're very, eager to lend and very creative and flexible. We've been nationwide commercial residential lender for over 2 decades. Really coming up with a lot of great solutions on how to help people to get funding, from FHA, VA, conventional, USDA, no doc, private loans, commercial loans, land loans, construction loans. I mean, we really, really push the envelope to figure out how to get deals done. We're not perfect, and we can't get every deal done, but we really, really try. So, anyway, yeah, if you're out there, we've seen a lot of people wanting to get, lines of credit, first lien or second lien HELOC. They're very popular. It's a great product. We've been specializing in HELOCs for a really long time, and I would definitely like to help you guys if you're looking for a line of credit. And obviously, if you guys, hey Jairus, I'm purchasing a new construction house with your company. That will be August. Okay. Yes, you can lock in the rate. If you're doing new ground up construction, you could lock in the rate now. If it's ground up. Hey Jairus, how you doing? Yeah, you can lock in the rate now. If it's a one-time closed construction. I don't know about the deal that you're doing. We got to talk to the lender and see. But yes, I mean, if you're doing a one-time closed construction and the house isn't going to be ready until August, you can lock it in. But if you're doing a purchase loan, that's a different type of loan, and you wouldn't be able to lock that in right now if it's closing in August. So it depends on what you're doing. So. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions. You can always call we're open 7 days a week. You can call or text our office. Okay. Yeah, the furthest that you can lock, man, is probably going to be, 60 days out. You can probably lock in June. They're not going to let you lock the rate right now because it's too far out. If it's a purchase, if it's not construction. If it's a construction loan, you can lock it right now. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. Nobody really knows what's going to happen. I mean, there's so many people that think rates are going to go back down. Some people think rates are going to go back up. I don't see how the U.S. economy can sustain an 8%, 7% mortgage rate. I just don't see it. I look around and I can't fathom people affording that. Or if you did close at that, you're going to refinance once rates go down. You're not going to stay at a 7 or 8% rate if rates drop down to 4%. So in the end, I promise you this, in our lifetime, we'll see lower rates. Now, I just don't know when for sure that's going to happen. I don't agree with everything the Fed's doing with interest rates, but it's not, I have no power in that role. That's them doing that, raising rates and all that stuff. And I think it's overdone, but I don't control it, and I don't know, and it's not my business to really. That's their decisions, and we have to play with what they, what's given, and there are ways around it, So, on the bright side, you can look at doing a lot of different options. You can buy down your interest rate. You can do a 2-1 buy now, and you can always refinance. You can do a line of credit. There's ways around it. That's really the thing about life, is when you get hit with something, whether it's good or bad, that you figure out a way out. And that's, I think, where a lot of people, they get stuck is when they run into problems, they panic, or they kind of fall in the quicksand. They can't get out. They don't figure out how to survive and keep going. And that's what we want to show you, is there's ways to elevate, succeed, work around higher rates, and there is ways to do it. So don't let that be a game stopper for you. If rates go higher, there's still things that you can do. So also, if you guys have any questions, call or text our office, 832-431-6331. You can reach us there. We're open 7 days a week. If you remember, another cool thing about our company, if you leave us a 5-star review on Google, if you go to Angelo Christian Mortgage on Google, you give us a 5-star review, we'll give you a free Amazon gift card. So don't forget about that. If you want an Amazon gift card, we'll hook you up. Just go to Angelo Christian Mortgage, give us a 5-star review, and we'll hook you up with a free Amazon gift card. It's a cool thing that we do to help you out. So we talked about the market, kind of what we're thinking for the rest of the year. I think that inevitably, like, rates will go back down. What's a no tax? That's a great question. What's a no tax return loan for land? Juan Calderon. Juan, that's a great question, man. So one of the things that we specialize in is we have a lot of self-employed loans that we do, where you can use either your bank statements or your 1099s to qualify you for the loan. You don't need tax returns. You don't need W-2s. You don't need pay stubs. For example, last night we approved somebody. He owns a home building company and an IT company. He wants to build $1.5 million home, but his tax returns show that he doesn't have any income, so he needs to buy the land, build the house, and so we're giving him the loan to buy the land, build the house in Magnolia, Texas. And they're just using your bank statements to qualify. You don't need your tax returns. You don't need W-2s. You don't need pay stubs. Your bank statements, the last 12 months of bank statements, are going to show your deposits. And whatever you're depositing, that's the income that we're going to use to qualify you. So, if you're depositing $10,000 a month into your bank account, we're using that for the basis to qualify you for the loan. So whatever your tax returns show is irrelevant. We're just using your bank statements to qualify you. And that's how we're getting you approved. So that's what a no tax return loan is. Now that's for gross deposits. But so the deposits are going to be based on the type of business that you're in. We do a business questionnaire, and based on the business that you're in, we'll determine if there's going to be any type of deductions. We can go up to 90% of the deposits. If it's a big business with a lot of expenses, it'll probably be 50%. But be 50 to 90%. We'll give you credit for the deposits. So just depending on how many employees you have, how many property, plant, equipment, all that stuff. So, but yeah, somewhere in that range. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, buddy? So, but yeah, we do a lot of self-employed. We do self-employed construction loans, self-employed HELOCs, self-employed land loans. We've got a lot of great opportunities to help you guys, and that's why we're here, to figure out, solutions, how to get it done. So, what else? Anyone else have any questions? Any comments? You guys can ask me any questions that you want. Obviously, that's why we're here, for you, to help you. We have we produce 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then that's on our YouTube channel, our Instagram, our Facebook. And then we do our live every Thursday at 6 o'clock. Sometimes a little later if I get too busy. But we have, I think, over 1,300 videos on our YouTube channel. About, I want to say, like over 10 million hours. Minimum credit score, Jairus, for conventional 620. However, I will say they like to see a 700. It's very hard to get a conventional loan approved at 620. They say 620, but I think 700 is a real number. So they publish 620. I haven't seen many done at 620 though. I think 700 is more like the magic number, or higher. So what else we got? We talked about the market, what I think what's going to happen with interest rates. I think, hey, if you find a great deal on a piece of property, lower prices right now, snatch it up. Don't wait. There's great opportunities right now. If the price is right, go for it. You can always, rates, you can't predict the market. You don't know what's going to happen. Stuff goes up, stuff goes down. But if you find a great deal, you need to snatch it up. You need to get it. So I think that's what matters, is if you find a wonderful opportunity, you need to go for it. You can't wait for it. And that's really the main thing. There's going to be great things that come up, and if it's priced right, I have clients, all they do is target foreclosure properties. Siobhan Andrews, if I have a seller do a warranty deed with no title season, I'll be able to use it to sell the house. Yes. We have, Siobhan, we have loans, products with no title seasoning, where you can use the current value of the property if you want to cash out. It'll be a hard money private loan, but yeah, you can definitely do that. You can close in your LLC. It's an asset-based loan. Go to 50 to 60% loan to value, and we can do that all day long. So what else we got? We got bank statement loans. We talked about construction loans, land loans. First-time buyers really strong right now. You can get down payment assistance up to $20,000. We do construction loans. One thing I like about our construction loans, I think it's very powerful, is your land's your down payment. So many people are so mystified by that when they want to do a construction loan to build their house. If you own the land, guys, and the land is worth, good value, good equity, you don't have to put any money down. Now, I'm not talking about a $5,000 piece of land, but if you own a piece of land that's worth $100 grand, $200 grand, $500 grand, and it's free and clear, or even if it's not free and clear, if it has equity, that equity in the land is covering your down payment if you build a house. Jairus, we don't do Chenoa, but we do. We have first-time buyer, and then we have down payment assistance through the state programs. The reason why we didn't like Chenoa is that the rates were too high and the cost for Chenoa was too high. We used to do Chenoa, but it just didn't make sense for us. Or we didn't think it made sense for the people, the customers. The down payment assistance and the grants for the state are lower rates, lower cost, so we switched that instead. So, but yeah, we have down payment assistance. We have conventional. Another thing, we have conventional zero down. We have a conventional zero down program. You don't have to be a first-time buyer. There's no income limits. You have to have at least a 700 credit score, 6 months reserves. Yes, the conventional zero down has no income restrictions, and you do not have to be a first-time buyer for the conventional zero down. But that's a really good program. Now, it's for primary residence, single family home. It's a full doc loan, so we have to verify your income. But if you have a 700 plus credit score and your debt ratio is below 40%, That's a great product. You can literally buy your home with no money down, 100% financing. So the conventional loan limits right now, they're $726,000. So that's a great opportunity for you to be able to purchase your home with no money down. No reason why you can't do that and get 100% financing. So I think that's a great product. We talked about FHA down payment assistance. If you want to build your home, construction, ground up construction loans, I think it's a great program. So anything that we can do to help you, call or text our office, 832-431-633. We've been lending for over 2 decades. Look us up on Google, Angelo Christian Mortgage. We have nearly 500 reviews. Very happy customers lending in America for over 2 decades, all different types of programs. FHA, VA, conventional, USDA, land loans, multifamily, commercial, industrial, hard money, private, bank loans, whatever we can do to help you, to get you the funding, reach out to us. We want to be here to help you to make it happen and get it done. Call me if you have any questions. Please check out our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, Angelo Christian, anything that we can do to help you. I appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel. We'll be back again next Thursday with Angelo Christian. Talk with us. Check out the show and the channel. We appreciate everything, guys. Thank you so much. Take care and have a good evening. Bye-bye.